Peace and blessings to you on this Mother's Day weekend. So there's been a lot of news surrounding Tekken 8. So I just want to just kind of weigh in and give my perspective on everything, or most of the things that's been shown and revealed surrounding the upcoming spring updates. I say plural because there's a few updates, as well as the Fahkumram reveal and everything else in between. So let's just get after it. Let's just talk about some of these patch notes here. So this is actually a very small article. As you can see, I've scrolled down. It's very small. It's like about 4 different points. So let me just kind of get through this. So it's a balance adjustment policy for version 2.01. In Tekken 8 version 2.01, additional adjustments have been made to address the game's attack-heavy balance. I'm going to come back to that one real quick, but alongside the previously implemented fixes for issues that could be addressed quickly, this update also begins to tackle longer-term issues such as reducing air combo damage and reworking heat burst performance, which were raised frequently by players and required more time to evaluate. The patch notes for version 2.01 are scheduled to be released on Pacific time, Monday, May 12th. So that's basically tomorrow. So I just want to say right there that first line, the attack heavy balance, the point that, or should I say the theme of this game has been aggression. So it's just funny that they're trying to scale that back, but I'll come back to that. Let's just get through this. So the point number 1, general adjustment of moves with excessive return. Following the previous update, balance adjustments have been made with a focus on the following points. Adjustment of moves where the return is disproportionately high relative to the risk involved. Adjustment of high performance moves that easily create consecutive advantage situations and lead to one-sided developments. All of that is in line with aggression. So the whole point, or should I say the whole theme of this game has been aggression. So that is actually very much in line with their vision of the game. So to see them looking to work this back, due largely because of the community backlash, it is quite telling, actually. Through these adjustments, the goal is to achieve a more balanced playing field across all characters and foster an environment where diverse strategies can thrive. Additionally, moves not targeted in this update will continue to be reviewed based on player trends and feedback, with further adjustments implemented as necessary. I do think that it is pretty good that the balancing team, who I just recently heard, I think Harada fired the Tekken 8 team and brought in the original balancing team. So I did hear about that. I didn't make a full video about it, but I just want to mention it. So it's going to be interesting to see how these sort of changes are going to manifest as the game continues along its life cycle. So point number 2, reduction of aerial combo damage. In consideration of the current trend of increasing overall combo damage, adjustments have been made to the damage of moves that contribute significantly to particularly powerful aerial combos across all characters. These changes are intended to increase the opportunities for offense, defense, and tactical exchanges, while also addressing the excessive disparity in damage potential between characters. Aerial combos will continue to be closely monitored, and if instances of excessive damage are identified, additional measures will be considered as appropriate. So just to kind of speak to that real quick. So the last patch, I believe that they increased the life bars to 200 from 180. So you have more damage. I think some of the criticisms I've been hearing about combo damage is that characters just have too many opportunities to relaunch you. You have the bound, you have the tornado, then you have a heavy tornado. There are just certain characters that have 2 and 3 combos mixed into one combo. Then you have the excessive wall travel. So I just look forward to seeing what they're going to really do with this. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. So point number 3, adjustment to heat burst performance in light of the fact that during exchanges surrounding heat burst activation, it was it was often difficult for the defending player to evade the move with sidesteps, even when anticipating the activation. The overall tracking performance of heat bursts against lateral movement has been reduced. That's good. This adjustment is intended to make it easier for the defending side to respond through movement or evasion, thereby enabling more interactive mind games that reward defensive techniques. So about that, in my opinion, overall, one of the major issues I've always had with Tekken is this concept that moves track. I absolutely hate that shit, because if I have, like, there are people, for instance, that will complain that their particular character has a move that doesn't track, but yet and still the move is by animation is a straight line punch. It's a straight line kick. So what is it doing tracking me to either side? That's what you have your homing move for. So if you have a heat burst attack, the most heat burst attacks I've seen are a linear strike, like Jin, or, whatever character. So moves like that have no business tracking you. This is where it would force your opponent to try to utilize their homing move, which is an attack that is designed to track both ways. So I would much rather like to see the development team get rid of every single aspect of the tracking measure, unless the attack is going in that direction that you're stepping. So if it's a hook punch that's going that direction, then I can see it tracking to that direction. But no more linear animation-based moves that track. I'm tired of that. But anyway, so let's get to the last point here. The reduction of chip damage from Heat Smash. Given that the increase to maximum health has already lessened the impact of chip damage overall, this update limits adjustments especially to Heat Smash, reducing its chip damage output. Rather than implementing a broad version to chip damage at this stage, we have opted for a targeted response. Moving forward, we will continue to monitor match environments and player behavior and consider additional adjustments to chip damage as necessary. So for the future, the next update will be, version 2.02, scheduled for release on in June 3rd. This update will include adjustments to certain character-specific moves that consume remaining heat timer duration, as well as balance improvements through targeted character tweaks. Building on the outcomes of the previous and current updates, we will continue our efforts. So I do appreciate that much of these points, they're stating that they're going to listen to player feedback. They're going to go with the trends. So they're looking to dynamically adjust future updates based on player engagement, player feedback. So I do appreciate that. I know there's going to be some people that might feel this is too little too late. There's some other people that might be on the fence. To me, I'm kind of on the fence. I'm more of a let's wait and see. I haven't completely abandoned all hope for the game, but I'm more of a wait and see type of person. So the next aspect of the updates surrounds the actual online rank match and things of that nature. So let's get into this. This is also a kind of a smaller article. So it shows rank match issues identified in Tekken 8 Season 2. Following the rank reset and significant rank point adjustment implemented in Tekken 8 Season 2, we have identified the following two issues. Number one, matching issue. Due to the rank reset, the ranks of sub-characters other than the main character have significantly decreased, leading to an imbalance in the rank distribution. The current matching logic prioritizes matches with opponents in similar rank ranges, causing longer matchmaking times, especially in higher ranks. As a result, high-ranked players are often forced to play with sub-characters, leading to matches with significant skill gaps. So yeah, I have heard that from Main Man Sui, and a few other creators that say that you can be at like a very high rank. You could be like the max rank, which I believe is God of Destruction, if I'm not mistaken, or just a high rank in general where there isn't many other players that have a similar rank. So you could potentially be spending 30 minutes to an hour waiting to be matched against another player with that similar high rank. So they can cause, obviously, the fun factor of playing ranked to kind of go out the window. Personally speaking, I don't play ranked as much as I used to in prior Tekkens because back in the day, I was a competitive player. So I would go to rank to learn the matchups. And now I mostly do it just for content generation purposes and to kind of test out strategies I developed in practice mode. So number 2, the rank point fluctuation issues. Due to stricter point fluctuations based on rank differences and the change in the rank promotion bonus to a one-time occurrence, situations such as a match right after promotion becoming a demotion match are occurring. Oh my God, I can't stand that shit. I really can't stand that. Even when matched with a similarly skilled opponent, a rank difference caused by a recent promotion can result in low point gains for the promoted player and significant point losses for a loss, increasing the risk of rematches. As a result, we have recognized that it has become more difficult to rank up in comparison to Season 1. To address these issues, we will implement the following 4 adjustments. Number 1, mitigating point loss for defeats. The amount of points lost for a defeat will be reduced for ranks from Vanquisher to Battle Ruler. That's the current rank I'm at, Battle Ruler. Adjustments to point fluctuations based on rank differences. For ranks below Tekken God, the point gain for defeating a lower ranked opponent will be increased. All right. Under the same conditions, the point loss for a defeat will be decreased. Okay, so that sounds to me like if I'm a Tekken God rank and I beat on somebody that's like a Kaishin, I will get more points as the Tekken God player. And if I were to lose to that Kaishin player, there'll be less points. Okay. All right. Preventing immediate demotion after promotion. Thank you. For ranks below Tekken God, a new feature will be implemented that prevents demotion in the first match immediately after promotion. The rank will be maintained regardless of the outcome, but this effect applies only to the first match after promotion. This feature will apply only to promotions that occur after version 2.01 update. Promotions that occurred before that update will not be eligible for this feature. And lastly, expansion of win streak bonus points. The range of ranks eligible for win streak points bonus will be expanded from Tenryu to Kaishin. For ranks at Kaishin and below, players can earn bonus points for achieving a 3 win streak or higher. Even after version 2.001 update, we will continue to monitor. So they're going to continue to monitor. All right. So basically, it sounds like they're trying to make rank play more, I guess, more enticing. Personally, when I started trying to do the rank mode for Season 2, I noticed that after I would get a promotion, I'm like, how the hell am I up for a demotion? Or, it just was kind of crazy to me. And I've spoken to a couple of people that take rank really seriously. And it's like, it's such a fucking grind. It's like, it takes so much longer. There's some players that appreciate that. They feel like you earn your rank a little bit more. Like, it feels like your rank means more. Other people just want to get it and get it over with. So I'm kind of wondering where you kind of fit on that whole spectrum. Anyway, let me know in the comment section. So now just heading on over to my Twitter. So you can see there's a lot of news surrounding Tekken here. So let me just look at this little video here. I've only watched it like maybe 2 times, but let's just check this out real quick. So I just want to kind of weigh in and give my thoughts on this. The editing for this video is great. I like the cuts. I like how they do that. The excitement continues. Some people might not agree with that statement. So I just want to chime in on this real quick. I haven't really been one that was overly excited for Tekken Ghost Battle. I would like to know if you're one of those people that really appreciate the mode. I found the use or should I say, the reason why I would play the Ghost Battle is just to kind of see potentially how other players might play. Like, for instance, let's say if I wanted to experience what it might be like to play Knee, I might try to play Knee's Ghost. And, just to kind of get that feeling. But I would imagine that if you're a tournament player, it would be beneficial to fight against people that you may see at an event. So if you're going to play against certain players, you might fight against their ghosts to kind of get an idea of how they might play. So it depends on how well the ghost can accurately reflect the player. But I do think from a competitive standpoint that the ghost battle has some merit. But casually, for me, since I haven't really been competing in this game, to me, I don't really see much of a point for it. But you might be different. Now, I gotta admit, these outfits do look pretty cool. I do think that for Eddie, it definitely looks fire. For Victor, it kind of gave some Watchdog. If you ever played a game called Watch Dogs, it kind of gave me those kind of vibes, especially with the mask. So that's pretty interesting. So this is June 3rd update. This is going to be interesting because I want to weigh in on this. But like I said, again, a lot of these outfits work better with certain characters, in my opinion. So they're definitely promoting this hard. And I am kind of excited, because Lei, everybody that knows me, Lei is my guy. I've been using Lei for damn near, over 20 years. So keep my fingers crossed. I do also want to point out, as it's obvious from the screen, that they're now showing that these are items or things that you have to pay for because they just want to avoid any kind of potential legal issue or backlash, because people might think, well, this should be free. Why do I have to pay for this? So I do like that they're putting this front and center, that you have to pay for this outfit. I was never really a fan of this outfit with Dragunov. I actually prefer the outfit that he has where he looks like he's from like Splinter Cell with the goggles. I think it's the custom 3 outfit. That's the outfit I really like for Dragunov. This right here, I kind of feel like this should have been already implemented. But at least it's free. But better late than never. But I just feel like there's just certain things like this that should have been available a long time ago. Anyway, let me know what you think of that. Okay, so this update is coming later, and this is like the Pac-Man stage. The stage is, for what it is, I think the stage looks good. I think the floor break is pretty cool. Yeah, the floor break is pretty decent. There's a lot going on in this stage. I just want to say, I don't know if anybody is really considering this, but I'm concerned that with so much particle effects happening on that stage, that it might potentially lead to latency or lag issues. Because I can remember a time back in Street Fighter 4, for instance, a while, back Street Fighter 4 was a while ago, that some stages had so much going on that it would affect your online performance. And then I started to see more people playing Street Fighter 4, in the training stage. Of course, I think in ranked, the stage is random, but if you're playing, at least I think it's been a while, but I know when you're playing like a player match, they would just always play on the training stage because it had the least latency. So I'm hoping that this Pac-Man stage doesn't have those issues. And then you see the effects, the hit effects. I think it's pretty cool. The shirt looks good. I'll definitely rock this shirt. It's funny, I've never really played Tekken Ball, but I did play, what was it, Tekken 3? When they first did, or no, Tekken Tag. Yeah, I did play the Tekken volleyball thing in Tekken Tag. I actually enjoyed it. I just haven't had the urge to play Tekken Ball for Tekken 8, but the Pac-Man thing looks pretty interesting. Now these emotes, I don't really know. I'm not really that much of a fan of them. I think they look pretty cool. It's just something for you to kind of, to leave your mark in the Tekken World Tour, not the World Tour, but in the Tekken Lounge. So I think it's pretty cool. I think this is ridiculous getting killed by this from Elisa. But you gotta give them, I gotta give them credit. They're working. You might not agree with the direction, but hey, the Tekken the dev team, they're still at work in this game. So now we're gonna get into the Fahkumram reveal. Well, actually, toward the end of the video. All right, so we have a pretty clear roadmap, and some of these items may not apply to you. Some of them might. I would definitely like to know your thoughts on what are you most interested in here. Personally speaking, I am looking forward to the Cyber Phantom pack, the Ghost Battle Showdown. I'm more interested to seeing how well the Ghost will mimic the real player. And, I guess there's a lot coming. And then we have this. I don't know if they've explained why this guy is always stuck in this damn thing. I guess he's like a living weapon or something, or a prisoner, because it says 2847 on it. So I don't really know much about Fahkumram's story because he's still very much a new character, but I kind of wonder why he's in there. I have to look more into that. I'm assuming he's like a weapon. That's what I'm assuming, or a prisoner or something. But an amazing design. I understand that there are people that are not a fan, not that they're not a fan of Fahkumram, like the style of Muay Thai, but people are they just want Bruce, and I can understand that, people, they want Bruce, for the most part. So we're going to see more about Fahkumram, for May 25th. So I will definitely be covering that because personally speaking, I love Muay Thai, even though training wise, I'm more of a boxer, but I love the art of Muay Thai. So I will more than likely use this character. Based on what I understood of him for Tekken 7, he's a character. He's very offensive, kind of rushed down, but he has a lot of mix-ups, and I would say he has a lot of change-up techniques. I think that's the term I think we should use. He has a lot of moves where you think he's going to go mid and then he goes high, or he goes high and then he goes low. So he has a lot of change-up with the animation of his attacks. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see if this character is going to be absolutely broken on day one, because him and Leroy were absolutely broken on day one for Tekken 7. So even though they nerfed him toward the end of Tekken 7, I am interested to seeing what they're going to do with him moving forward, because if you take a look at the direction they went with Lydia, that might give a crystal ball spoiler into what they might potentially do with Fahkumram, in my opinion. So kind of, let's look at this real quick. So this right here, now, it is interesting to me that they are pushing this movie. And I have sent several tweets, or X's as I think they're called, to Harada and Michael Murray, arguing for the inclusion of Lei Wu-Long. And I have put those tweets out. In fact, I may try to see if I can find them just to kind of show them. And because, we lost Bruce Lee, right? But we all know that martial law is based on Bruce Lee. And we still have Jackie Chan. We still have him, thank the maker. He's still doing his thing. He still looks healthy. He's still doing his choreography. And I'm telling Murray and these other guys, look, put Jackie Chan in the game. Or, you know what I'm trying to say. Utilize Jackie Chan's likeness, his voice, whatever you have to do, whatever money you have to spend. Because can you imagine Jackie Chan on stage with Michael Murray and Harada, and they're showing a Lei Wu-Long trailer, but they start off with Lei with his back turned, and then when he turns around, you see him look just like Jackie Chan, and then Jackie Chan comes out on stage, and then he does some of the animal arts. That shit would... You want to talk about an explosion within the Tekken community? Even if you don't like Lei, Jackie Chan is internationally loved. And I think that this would be a great thing. In fact, let me see if I can actually find some of those old tweets. Because I did have them here. And it is, let me see. I know I put them, let me see. I scrolled down. Yeah, so here, this is my first one. So you see what I said, right? This is to the lead designer, the Nakatsu guy, and I said, greetings. I wish to make an argument to include Lei Wu-Long in Tekken 8. We all know that this character is based off of Jackie Chan. This is his Twitter, right? Or at least I think it is. And it would be amazing if the Tekken team were to reach out to this man and get a deal done, right? And then basically I'm kind of explaining who I am, Tekken player from New York, Blood Red. And yeah, I pretty much was trying to push this. So, hopefully if you are on the platform, scroll down to this tweet, share it to your friends or whatever, because right now it only has 94 views. I know I'm not a blip on many people's radar, but I would love to see my character come back. And this is Lei right here. This is Lei Wu-Long. And the fact that they are pushing for this, the May 30th, with the Karate Kid movie, it just makes perfect sense in my opinion. I'm just kind of wondering where do you sit on all of the news that's been revealed so far? What are your thoughts on Fahkumram? I understand that the character may not be, obviously he's not Bruce. I honestly don't think that Bruce will be coming back. I've seen a couple of people on X, they may want Wang, they want Roger, Alex. I'd much rather not see these characters. Kuma is enough as far as I'm concerned. But Roger is a legal issue. Alex could come back, but I think it's pointless. It's a waste of character slot. Wang, I don't know what they're doing with him. I thought he died. I don't know. But I think overall, Armor King, Lei Wu-Long, Julia, and Bruce. But Bruce is not going to come back because we got Fahkumram. Just like people may hold out for Bake, that's what you have Horang. You just have to accept it. But I just think out of all of these characters, I truly believe that Lei is just... I think if done well, if done in the proper way, and them finally getting Jackie Chan to embrace that actual role and to appear on stage with all of these guys at a major Tekken event, I think that would blow the roof off of Tekken in terms of its community. I would love to see that. I'm hoping that this whole May 30th, the Karate Kid promotion, I'm hoping that is a step towards that direction. Because for a deal like that to happen, I'm pretty sure it does take some time. I don't know when or if the development team reached out to Jackie Chan, because like I said, these things take time. There's a lot of money involved, a lot of prior engagements. We don't know what Jackie Chan might have going on, but I'm hoping that it can get done, you know, if not for this season, you know, season 4, season 5. But I just want to close off with this. I'm hoping that on this Mother's Day weekend, any of you that may have lost a loved one, or lost your mother, I hope that you're coping as good as you can. The reason why I say that is because when I was 13 years old, I lost my mother. Just to kind of get a little personal, that's why I'm just saving this toward the end of the video. You know, I lost my mom, and, you know, at 13 years old, it still affects me, around, you know, on Mother's Day, walking outside, seeing everybody getting gifts for their mom. And then you just know that your mom is gone. It's very rough. So I understand your pain if you're going through that. You know, but I just wanted to share that. And I just hope that you're coping if you have if you lost a loved one during this time, during this Mother's Day event that's currently going on. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the video. This is all the news that we got coming out so far, to my understanding. And when they do that reveal for Fahkumram, I'm definitely going to be checking that out and going to be breaking that down. So hopefully, if you're not currently subscribed and you didn't mind my yapping, consider subscribing. Trying to, you know, I'm working toward that monetization. I need about 300 more of you. So hopefully I can earn some of you guys subscription to the channel. I do plan on making a follow-up to a Lei video I did 2 weeks ago. And I also want to do a couple more character breakdowns. And so hopefully you guys will be interested in those. But anyway, that's it for the video. I'm out, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, or should I say enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care. Peace.